guys showed some positive steps, even though we were not very consistent with it in the first half. Our defensive energy was good, except we didn't do a very good job containing the dribble, obviously, and their game plan was obviously to drive the ball to the basket with those two little quick yards, and they were extremely effective. They shot 26 free throws. That's kind of on us. We got to do a better job of maintaining the dribble. That's their strength, and obviously they exploited us a little bit. But we had some good moments. We had some. They're really a good three-point shooting team. I think they only hit a couple of them in the first half. They got a few more in the second half. So that was our game plan, to try to make sure that we didn't give them those good looks. I thought our guys were flying around and contesting shots very well in the first half from a defense standpoint. We had good moments defensively. We showed also that we got some gaps, some dips in our game that we need to improve on. Offensively, I thought we made some plays the first half. We made most of our threes in transition. The ball didn't move nearly as well in the first half as I would like. We try to give our guys enough freedom where they can start and make good decisions, and right now we're not there yet. I want them to have freedom to be able to attack and go make plays, but we kind of got it reversed a little bit in the first half. The second half, we had some moments where we reversed the ball a couple times and got cuts to the basket. We got wide open threes because of ball reversal and ball movement. And this shows that the potential is here, but we still see where we got some areas where we got to continue to keep grinding and getting better.
How pleased were you with the first 8 minutes of the second half? I think it was a 24-5 run, and you went up by 35 and put them away.
Well, we got a lot of deflections. We played to who we are, who we're trying to become. We challenged them in half because sometimes people can come back on you if you let up. And so that was encouraging to see us come out with that fire. And I also was pleased with our rotation. Hallelujah. That's good to be able to have some subs. That's been the staple of our program for years. And it looks like we are back to that level of rotation where we can sustain our energy for long periods of time. The way we play, picking up 94 feet, denying the wings, front posts, and switching 1 through 5, requires a lot of energy on the defense end. Most people in our league, they pick you up at the top of the key, and a lot of people play in the pack line. Well, we elect not to play that way. Offensively, we don't stop a whole lot and call plays, but we have a system that we're comfortable with, but it requires you to be fresh and cutting hard and moving without the ball. So, but I thought that the depth, the quality of the depth tonight, I thought probably was the most deciding factor in the whole game. We were able to sustain our effort for the long periods of time.
You've been pleased with Darren's leadership coming into the season. He certainly showed a lot in the first half, right?
Well, Darren normally leads by example, and he also is in his teammates' ears when he's away from the court. I thought on the floor tonight that he did give us good leadership. He played the game the right way. We were put in a situation where I'm wanting him to become more and more complete player, attacking the basket, going left and right, and going with the pull-ups. I thought he had a couple of those tonight that showed that he's trying to concentrate on that. And he's a big, strong athlete, and I wanted to rebound a little. And he's concentrating on those things that he thinks that can help us win games.
I didn't count it, although I might try to next game, but it seemed like there was a real concerted effort to get shots up, before maybe in the first 15 seconds of a shot clock. And is that something you're trying to really?
And in reality, we try to score in the first 6 seconds of the shot clock.
Yeah.
But when we don't have that, we we try to make about 230 passes a game. And because that means the ball is moving, and we are free flowing, but when we don't have it, we have to move the ball and move our bodies, and that's where the fatigue comes in, because you have to cut hard, you got to flash hard, and if you're standing more than 3 seconds, then you need to back cut and be replaced, and that works for us, and it has worked for us over the years. And when you bring in new players who have not been accustomed to that system, sometimes it takes a while for them to get it in, for it to become habit. Most of the time, when you get a little fatigue, you kind of slow down a little bit. And we try to keep everybody fresh enough where they can continue with that same level of effort. You
mentioned the having subs to play. Almost half your points came from the bench. How big is that for the team?
That's huge. That's bigger than big. You know, to be able to have you guys understanding that everybody's important. Those guys that play 12 to 15 to 16 minutes are just as important as those guys who are starting. And if you go back and check your stats, I believe about 6 straight years we had 9 different guys lead our team in scoring a year. Which means now when you're preparing for a team that has 4 leading scorers coming off the bench, it makes it more challenging to prepare for. And hopefully we can get back to that.
You can't count on it every night, but Tom House coming off the bench and giving you those threes, I mean, that's a role he could provide for you guys, right?
I don't have any doubt in my mind that Tom House is just now maturing into his role. There was no hesitation. He wasn't thinking about anything. Now he plays that way in practice, you know, but just like most freshmen, last year he was a little anxious, and that's part of the maturing and growing process. But tonight there was no hesitation, and you saw how the players responded to him, because we all know that he's very capable of doing that, and that's what we've been looking for, and we need that. It's obvious. I mean, you guys can see that we're a little bit better perimeter shooting team than we were last year, just a little bit. But Tom, and even Baba and Josh. Watkins didn't shoot that well tonight, but he's very capable. And when Primo's as good a shooter as anyone on the team, you can see Chandler Jackson, you know, he's shooting the ball well from everything. And Fletcher, if he's got his feet set, you can see how much improvement he has made with his perimeter shooting. But you only get those shots when you move the ball and create for each other. And that's the challenge right now for us to continue to keep working on that, so we can be in an attack mode when you change ends. When we don't have it, move the ball and create an indecision on the defense part and get the ball to the right person.
Coach, I'm sorry. Good.
Cam Gordon had 10 points tonight, one of the 3 players with double digits tonight. How important is his development? How big of a jump has he made from last season to this season?
Well, Cam had an excellent start to our fall practice. I mean, it was just magnificent how much he had improved. But Cam wants to work out 24 hours a day, and he wants to work out 7 days a week. He went through a period there where he had to back him off, wanting to spend so much time in the gym. He turns the lights on, and then he turns them off at night. He has to allow his body to recuperate. And I think he has started practicing that a little more, which is showing maturity from his standpoint, is that you can't burn the candle on both ends. Burn out real quick.